Stream is live. We are live.
Yeah.
We're live on
Got
Channel 4. Do not swear.
My God, you don't understand the stress this has caused me today.
Jesus.
Welcome.
Right.
Welcome to the Business Success Network. We are chatting live today with Chris, one of our amazing speakers at the Children's Activity Providers Conference that we have got coming up at the end of this month. I can't believe it's this month. I keep saying it, but it's like all these times I've been, in a few months' time, and I'm like, oh my God, it's this month. It's really coming upon us really quickly. So, Chris, remind us, what pillar are you covering again?
I am communication.
Communication, that's right, yes. So Chris is covering.
Lindsay says the irony that I'm doing communication is not lost on her being a husband and wife team, but
yes. Right. So we are covering communication with Chris, and Chris is I'm going to say one of the forces behind Scruffy Monkey. As he's just rightly pointed out, it is a husband and wife team. But Chris, tell us a little bit about your journey with Scruffy Monkey. How did it come about, and how are you here today?
Thanks for Rachel for using the journey word. No, that's all right, joking. How did we get here, Lindsay? Well, let's go back. So we're just approaching our 10th year. So in a previous world, I was an IT manager at Blackburn Rovers Football Club. And long story short, I just said, you know what, I've had absolutely enough of this nonsense. I want a different lifestyle. I just had a young child, and I wasn't prepared to make the sacrifices that they wanted me to make. So I kind of said, I'm quitting. I started Scruffy Monkey. I really didn't have a clue what I was doing or what I was in for. 10 years later, we are a national business with 200 clients in the UK. Our husband and wife team, and life is good.
That's awesome. And I know you because obviously you've upgraded my mess around website for me. It made it look all lovely and fancy, and yeah, it's great. And I just love being able to go, Chris, Lindsay, please help me with something. It's just sorted. It's fab. So yeah, if you are looking for a new website or anything along those lines, please get in touch with Scruffy Monkey. I am a massive advocate of theirs, and I think that came from the Business Success Network as well. That was a referral through the Business Success Network, which is what we're all about, really, isn't it? So what has been your biggest learning point on your business journey? What's the biggest learning point you've taken away?
This biggest learning point. It's a great question. Listen to the right people, not everybody. Yes, I think it's really, really important. I think there's so many people, and I see it every day, to be fair, that a lot of people are constantly looking for sources of information to move them forward. And I get that, and we all need to learn things. But what's right for that person isn't necessarily right for you. And the more I've sort of developed as a business owner, I've understand, right, well, I do need to take information, but I need to take in the right information. So actually, it's not wide, it's actually very narrow, the information that I actually choose to take in and select to use. I think that's really important. I see so many people looking for that. It's almost like looking for that silver bullet, right? That's the answer out there. What the answer is unique to you, and you've got to sort out what is unique to you and your values and your beliefs and all that sort of stuff. And that's mission critical.
I think that's a really valid point, and that was one of my reasons about setting up the CAPS group, really, with Stacey, because when I started out, I'd come from a teaching background, and I had no clue about sales, management, websites. Still don't have a clue about websites, but didn't know where to go. And like you say, there are so many people on Facebook claiming to be an expert in this, an expert in that. And I thought, actually, if we had this one group where we can go and everybody in there somebody has used them or has had experience with, it's all sort of by that referrals, isn't it, and word of mouth. And it just made it a less of a crowded space, I think, to try and find the right people.
Experience is key, right? So I'm not going to go to, I'm not necessarily going to get the best business advice, no matter how successful it is, of a different type of business who've got different outcomes that they want. I can't have somebody advise my business where, let's just say, do you know what? I'm going to take business advice who are just interested in turnover and profit. Well, I'm not just interested in turnover and profit. I'm actually interested in being able to pick my daughter up at 3:00 and the school holidays and all that. So they're never going to align. So the advice isn't right, and it's them sort of things that you got to think about.
No, that's really good. So I am so looking forward to your talk at the conference. So I came to Stacey's conference in November and heard you talk very passionately about Bolton football ground. No, bus station, wasn't it? Bolton bus station and baked beans. So I'm really interested to see where this one goes. Can you share a little snippet, or what have you got in store for us? Without giving too much away.
What I can really say is, a little bit behind the curtain, really. Is when you love, so pleased you asked me to speak again. When you actually messaged me, I think you expected, and understandably so, that you expected me to just do the digital web design thing and speak about that, like that, and it would be of great value. However, when it was under the communication, I thought I've got too much to say about this. I have actually got, this is far too much. This is far too important and so mission critical. Frankly, and it's my first slide, I've got the best category. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's the best. It's the best. I looked at them. So you've got networking, sales, all marketing, and all that. Well, what are they all about? They're all about communication. It's all about communication. So I've got the best content. I've got the best one. I'm dead excited about it. And not only that, I've been working since I was 16 years old, literally from the bottom to the supporting top. That I've sort of been through every phase of business, and I've seen communication on so many levels, and I know what works, what doesn't. So what you're not going to get in a talk, it's not going to be one of those life stories, sob stories, and all that lot. It's what it's going to be. It's going to be 20 minutes of lessons. Is what it is. And value. This is what I've learned, particularly in the 10 years as a business owner. Do this, you will have more time, you will earn more money, and you will have more opportunities. It's that simple. Do or don't.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's ultimately what it all boils down to, isn't it? The more time, earning more money, and just being able to build our business.
And this is it. There's some genuine lines in there that I've been told by other people that I've been meant to do this, and as it changed my business and my life, yes, it has. Share a couple of those what they are. They're massive, and they're simple to implement. It's just people have not necessarily thought about them.
Brilliant. So, what are you most looking forward to about the conference?
Well, I love a bloody good buffet. Start. No, do you know what? It's a different group of people for me. To be fair, this is a bit of a almost a bit of a selfish thing. That totally different type of audience to speak to. Usually, when I'm speaking to an audience, it's different types of business owners, whereas these are a certain type of business owner. That for me is quite an interesting experience, because how much am I actually going to tailor towards them and what I'm going to do? So I'm actually going to learn a lot myself actually from that, and I'm looking forward to meeting different people. I'm looking forward to catching up with people I haven't seen, like yourself, and just seeing everybody. And I love being in those sort of rooms. I love the energy of rooms like that. Charlie Dogg's in on it now. He's excited too. I'm up for it. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great, and I say it every time, but the CAPS community are so supportive and just so warm, and we have got an abundance of energy coming as well. So it's a
good lineup. It is a good lineup. Steph Thomas is someone who I know a bit. Looking forward to what he's got to say, and there's a few over there that I've got. That's going to be interesting, and for me personally as well. Because I've spoke a bit at Aston Villa and attended events. Aston Villa is like home turf for me, so that's like extra excitement for me actually. Can't wait.
Yeah, the football thing just goes over my head.
Nothing to do with football. Nothing to do with football. Just a speaking thing. You know, being in those rooms, you know, people. I know Stacey will get it. I've said it to Stacey before when I said, you know what, that's like going back home and speaking there, and it's so that's good. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, it'd be good. So just before I'll let you get back to your busy schedule and I go and see if I can break my laptop again. Can you give us one piece of little advice that we can take away today to help us with our communication, apart from not hitting F10?
Oh, she linked our line. I've literally pressed our line for that question was going to be don't press F10. Look, I've written it down there.
Get in there first.
I've stole my foot. Oh, I'm gutted, Lindsay. Right. Lesson for today. If you're looking at someone else, you're not looking at yourself.
Okay,
I've just made that up, but it's great. Do you know, I see so many people. This goes back to where they're looking at. Do you know what? Stop looking for the answers everywhere else. Sometimes just get on with what you've got to do and move forward that way. Do you know what? All you're doing is taking on more information. Just the answers are really simple, right? Just get on with it and move forward in that way, right? So I could spend all day looking at the next thing and looking at the next bit, and we're going to do that in that and that and that. Well, what have I got to do right now to move forward? It ain't finding new shit on Facebook, excuse my French. It ain't finding new crap on YouTube. It ain't finding new stuff on this and this and this. It's on my to-do list. Don't underestimate that.
Oh, that's a good point. I will definitely take that away today. I get so easily distracted. I do have a to-do list, actually. It's quite a long one. Actually, it's right here. Look, just to prove a point. I do have a to-do list. And I still, yes, handwritten. I like my notebooks, but I do still manage to distract myself. I think it's procrastination sometimes, but
I've just been down the rabbit hole. I've just found a brilliant, hilarious Star Wars meets Snatch YouTube video that I've watched for 10 minutes. But is it moving my business forward? It's not really, is it? You know, and it's all right to take that time out and enjoy yourself, but do you know what? Focus, switch it off.
Yeah. I think that's a really good point.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to take that away today. So I'm just going to round off by saying thank you so much. If you want to come along and hear Chris talk and all the rest of our speakers, I say we've got 10 amazing speakers, 2 brilliant guest speakers. We have packed them into an action-packed day for you, along with exhibitor spots of businesses that can help us grow our businesses as well. So come along to the Villa Park Football Ground on Friday the 31st of May between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. and I will put the ticket link in the comments after this video has gone out. We are so looking forward to seeing everybody there. We've got a fantastic lineup of speakers. We've got some great businesses exhibiting, and we have got some awesome people coming along as well. So there's going to be some great networking opportunities, get to meet loads of new people, and of course get to listen to Chris and all our other speakers. So thank you so much, Chris. I'm looking forward to seeing you very, very soon for a catch up, and I'm hoping Lindsay's coming as well.
Cheers.
And then we will see you all shortly. Take care. Bye-bye.
Cheers.